Hello to friends, today we are going to see one game of my 60 memorable games. So let's start. The first game is between Fisher and Sherwin. The game we are going to see today. The game started with e4, c5, knight f3, e6, d3, knight c6, g3, knight f6, bishop g2, bishop e7, short castle, knight bd2, rook b8, rook e1, d6, c3, b6, d4, queen c7, e5, knight to d5, e into d6, bishop into d6, knight e4, c4, knight into d6, queen into d6, knight g5, knight c e7. Now black moves from the place. Here black wants to play some kind of knight g6 things, then knight f6, then bishop to b7, and slowly do it. Queen c2, there's here a very interesting variation f5, very long also. Here we play knight into e6 is not that much good, because after bishop into e6, bishop into d5, knight into d5, there's no bishop f4 here. There's no bishop to f4, so it's bad. Now h4, knight f6, black consolidates his king. Now knight into h7, amazing sacrifice. If white did another interesting move, h5, we would take knight into h5, then knight into h7, king into h7, bishop to e4, and now black has 4 moves. First, it's the most interesting to take on g3, f into g3, queen into g3 check. Now king f1 only move, knight to f4 or knight to h4 is possible, but there's also f5, f4. Many moves here are possible. F5 to f4, e5, threatening bishop h3, knight f4 or knight h4. Now, but the best is arguably here. There are many moves, so the best one here is arguably bishop to b7, bishop into b7, rook into b7, and now queen f3 check is coming, knight h4 is coming. It's a full mess of a position. So knight into h7 was played, knight into h7, h5, knight h4, bishop f4. Now this is under a skewer. Queen to d8, g into h4. Little bit messy pawn structure, but still white's king is safe. Rook b7, h6, queen into f4, h into g7, king into g7. Now white can do some kind of rook h3, rook g3, or king f1, king e2, rook h1. Weird idea. Something like that. Rook e4 white plays. Idea is bishop e5 check and then rook into h4. Queen h5 going from the pin of the rook. So now rook e3. White regroups his rook, want to go to g3, then bishop to e5, things like that. f5 makes black makes some black makes some space for his king to escape. Now rook h3 attacking the queen. Queen e8 going back. Bishop e5 check. Now the king has to make a decision. Knight f6, black blocks. Queen to d2, threatening queen to g5 or queen to h6. King to f7, black runs with his king. Queen g5, threatening queen into f6 or bishop into f6. Queen e7, bishop into f6, queen into f6, rook h7 check. Now there's check on the king, and then next move the queen will be lost. King h7, queen f6. You can't take rook f6 because why can't you take rook f6? There's a concrete reason behind why can't you take it. It is okay. The thing is that white has an extra rook, so white can just take this and be a rook up. So that's why you can't play rook at f6, rook h7, bishop c6 check, and now black resign because if bishop to d7 is played, then white will take on e6, then king to d8, then bishop into d7, rook into d7. Then rook to e1, and then it will be just game over. D5, d6, f4, white will win this f5 pawn from rook e5, rook f5, some queen side a4, a5, the king will go to e2, f3, g3, and come from here. Yeah, it will be complete devastation of the black position. So black resigned. Well, brilliant game by Bobby Fischer, just getting the pieces around, regrouping them. Yeah, bishop d6, knight e4, c4, takes, knight g5, knight c7, c2, check. And that knight into a7 tactic was just worth it. Yeah. Fischer played piece down all the game, but he regained the piece soon and won the game. So, well, this was the game.